expecting for you, or didn't you think that way as you grew up now?
Yes. So when you were young and you're being told, do this before life is steps, get your education, find a better job, then after that you think about having your own family. Like they put it in steps for you.
Okay.
But when you're young and they talk about it, especially Krumha, I could have a baby and go back to school. Okay. So why do I have to follow that steps?
Okay.
And there's a lot of things. No. Most of it is nipa na onenenam. I don't think so. Bet me taking care of you.
Okay.
I don't think you make you happy before. Okay. Warnings comes in left and right.
Okay.
But when you're a teenager and your hormones is rising,
yeah,
and you find somebody you think say you're on top of the world.
Okay.
No advice ever goes through your head. Okay. We will say it goes go through one ear and out the other.
Okay.
Now, but then when you do baby, then you realize, oh my goodness, the things my parents used to say to me is right.
Okay.
The things my sister said to me is right.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry for one penny for the pay myself or catch them, it's right.
Okay.
Then even though you already made a mistake.
Okay.
And sometimes we try so hard. So the mistake we have made, our children will make the same mistake.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, that growing up and getting to a certain stage, do you come back to appreciate what you call fear as the best advice that you were given?
Yes. Actually, I do appreciate it a lot.
Because I hear you last time telling me that you want your son. That you are not ready to be a grandmother. And I was like, wow. I thought you were against the fear they put in you. So why are you putting fear in American boy's penis? And your boy is a big boy.
I am not ready to be a grandmother. Do I look like a grandmother?
Oh.
Do I look like a grandmother? No, I don't want to be a grandmother.
They can say, because if you have a child who can produce, if you have a child who can produce a child, why do you refuse to be a grandmother?
Because I do not want somebody who you are. Grandma, are you kidding? You have a grandchild? You see that question?
You don't want it?
No.
Oh my God.
I'm not old enough to be a grandmother.
Wow.
So he needs to watch himself.
Okay, so you want your child?
Yes. I own my oldest. As I'm not ready to be a grandmother. So slow yourself. Slow your roll. Finish your school. Get in a better place to, get a better place for yourself. Make sure before you decide you have once a child, you'll be able to take care of the wife and the kid. I mean, retirement because your child made a mistake. So
the advice you are giving now, the way you thought when your father and mother were giving you, that was like an African home, you always say. You are repeating the same.
I'm repeating the same.
So,
isn't that something?
So have you ever found the time to say thank you to your mom and dad for your anger against them? Because all of us were angry.
Unfortunately,
yeah,
my mother died a while ago.
Okay.
My first child,
okay.
Which I remember me back Ghana, I went to her grave, and that's exactly what I said. I said, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm so sorry for all the things I put you through. The things you told me today, I wish you were here, so you could re-say it to me, and knowing I will follow, and it would have helped me.
So it means that you didn't follow their rules.
Most of them I did, others I didn't. I was a teenager.
Okay.
And mind you, me mama so no when I was a little girl.
Okay.
Me name papa and my stepmother. I grew up with them. And my father was very strict. When you say Ajafrain, everybody who knows him knows, don't play with that man. But then, how strict can you be? If you have a child, no matter how hard you are, you with your friends are wakuma ever from because she's your child. Sometimes you just let go. Untimi force on the certain china. But what can you say? But that you will wish that she would have listened. One thing that I learned right now, Even my mother is not in the picture. But I wish that most of the things my father said to me, I would have listened. Sabi, Namia Boamia Mama reached a certain level, but I would have been more higher than what I am today. But sometimes, you know what it is.
Okay, so sometimes we know what it is, and we are still talking to the young ones who are coming who have refused to listen, and they unfortunately I said yeah, okay, so use the new one I gave you. No, yeah, okay. So like you share with us the black, I gave you one that I said cool. Okay, so the fortunate or the unfortunate game is that one of them should do for us the big one. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm taking it out totally, so push it in. No, in the hole here. Sorry. So one of the things that she said is that if you take it and you don't listen, you will definitely grow to become the victim, and you will love it or hate it or don't get it at all. But fast forward, you have gone through that phase, and today you are telling us that those who are stubborn, they should listen. But when your child makes the mistake, you receive them back. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Please, so let me ask. What your father told you that you didn't listen? What your mother told you that you didn't listen? When it happened, who suffered? Is it you or your parents?
It's me. It's me. I was my parents suffering.
Oh, so they didn't suffer?
Well, I don't know. Probably they did. They just never said it. But I know I'm the one who's in pain. And I know they will suffer a bit because they wouldn't like me to be unhappy.
Okay.
So, yes.
So like we are saying now, you are warning your son. If anything happens beyond what you have told your son, between you and your son, who will suffer?
We both suffer, I think. Yeah, I think we both suffer. Because I don't want him to be unhappy. And that time he's unhappy. So as a mother, I feel the pain a bit.
All right. So the other part is that, did they tell you what brings pregnancy into details? Or where did you learn much about what brings you pregnancy? And at what stage of your life did you realize that this thing can bring pregnancy?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we want to discuss pregnancy and delivery and its matters.
My father, he was the type, he didn't want me to get married at all.
Your father didn't want you to get married?
No.
Wow, this is the first time hearing this.
Met me as a Paul in the Bible.
Hey.
So I don't have to get married at all.
Wow.
Because he doesn't want nobody treating me bad.
Okay.
And for him to talk to me about sex was out of the context.
Okay.
He never did. But I do remember, Semisano, there's Sophobia always, Oba, not he's like my second father.
Okay.
Tell me, Pastor Uswantri.
Yes, me.
He's the one who sat me down. I think I was about 17, 18.
Okay.
And he talked to me about sex and the implications,
Okay.
which it wasn't the first time I namati because Kromuhano. Back in, I don't know if they still have it, but when I was in high school, junior high, and high school, no, there was teaching health class.
Okay.
And the health class, and they talk to you about sex.
Okay.
So instead, since they don't know if you're going to have sex or not, they give you condom, show you how to use condoms. Oh, so they
show you how to use condom in school?
Yes, in school.
And they will give you condom?
Yeah, they will give you condoms.
This abomination in Ghana because...
And I believe it. Because the first time my father saw those condoms in my book bag, oh, hell broke loose in my house.
Wow.
He wanted to know where did I even get the idea of a condom. But after I told him everything, he said, not that I don't believe you. He goes to my school the next day to ask them, so I'm not a condom, no mommy, I'm father.
So your father was not happy seeing condom?
No.
Why?
No, because
it was a preventive measure for you not to get unwanted pregnancy.
Mind you, he's a man who doesn't want me to get married at all.
So he doesn't want you to have sex?
I guess not.
Wow.
And what father will say, oh, my daughter is going to go out there to have sex, so I'm happy about it. So let me tell you, especially Ghanaians, let me tell you, so I can have a sex here. This is what you're supposed to do.
But that's what I do to my big girls.
Well, my father didn't. And to my father, you could be 150 years.
You are still a
and you
child.
are still a child to him.
Okay.
Because he always said, my little girl. Even when I was 21, people thought I was little because my father treated me like a baby.
Wow. And were you not enjoying it?
I was, because I'm telling me, hey,
Thank you.
One day you cheated, you're married
Thank
to
you.
be at the down.
I'm not understanding the problems we are facing as our president. The team did too much. Congratulations. Thank you for the confession.
Sabakacho was between me that. I'm a boy. It's me, I'm a papa.
That's all.
Because papa, who says, so in about the end, papa, he made me know, say he's there.
Okay.
Let me deal with that between me.
Okay. So your first experience with condom was in school?
Yes.
And when they gave it to you, your father was not even happy with the knowledge that you are getting knowledge about sex.
No.
Your father was not for it.
No.
Okay. So my issue is they don't want you to get pregnant. But they've also not told you how pregnancy comes.
No.
And they've not told you how to prevent pregnancy.
No.
But they will be offended when you get pregnant. And when somebody else is giving you sex education, they get worried about it.
Yes.
But in all, with all the condom,
yes,
you still started having sex.
Well,
without the approval of your father.
Well, yeah.
Because that is what I want people to know.
But I waited. You don't understand.
Okay.
I didn't want to disappoint my father at all.
Okay.
Until I waited. Even I met my husband. We were young of age.
Okay.
But we still I stuck around until I was 21.
Okay. So you
broke my virginity.
You broke a virginity at 21.
Yes.
This is on record that my president, she's happy she broke her virginity at 21. BKB, this is not 9 years. I mean, here, go for me, chair, maybe I will be about Mr. CNN, according to my president, breaking virginity in 21. No, I did 21. 81, 16, 14, 9, 8, 7. Now to me train because I as a train the daho. And I bear my guitar cutting. Mama bring cutting. Bear maybe a sorry or perverge. Answer why you're wedding. Now so bear my crow ya woman baying Patricotum. Oh, baby, I mean, there's a song like that, you know. So Ali, my president broke a virginity at age 21, and it's on record. That 21 years, and you thought that was a compensation to your father?
That was no. It was still disappointing, but
to him at 21,
he didn't know. I never mentioned it to him.
Oh, so when you even broke at 21, you didn't announce that 21?
Are you crazy? who go have sex and go out and tell people I had sex today?
But I told you that is girl.
I'm a daddy's girl. I will tell daddy about everything except for sex.
Oh my God.
Because he's not willing to talk to me about it. And I was very scared to talk to my father about sex.
So, but he didn't see on you that you're going to have sex?
I don't know. If he did, he never shared it with me.
But were you not scared he will find out?
I was afraid he will find out.
Okay.
So, I remember that day, I came home and Mrs. Samoba, we was living in the basement.
Okay.
I buy straight to the basement. I didn't come out.
Okay.
I didn't see my father for like 3 years because I make sure he leaves the house before I come out.
You mean after you had your first sex, you were hiding from your father for 3 years?
3 days.
3 days. Okay, I thought 3 years.
What?
So 3 days you don't want him to see you?
I didn't want him to see me.
So was it just a one round that you didn't have again and you were thinking he would see you, or you changed? I mean, it was constant sex that you were going?
No.
I'm not even going to talk about the man, but I'm saying like now they tell Papa
no. But yeah, because I was always told, "Oh, have a sex there. Everybody will see it because it hurts and you're going to be bleeding and all that."
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
So I didn't want it to happen while my father was there.
Okay. So you were scared they will see the bleeding?
Yes. And he will ask me that when you menses my cousin no, then he goes, "Why are you bleeding?"
But you didn't bleed.
No, I didn't bleed. I did not bleed.
But let me ask this.
My second time I bleed.
It was your second time that you were bleeding?
Yes.
Okay, the first one, they didn't bring a virginity.
No.
It was a brush. Oh, thanks to this man who brushed you the first time. So, hey, Papa, I won't ask you why you broke virginity because
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm not even ready to ask, but if you tell the viewers, they can listen because people broke their virginity. DKB, your DKB first sex was in a tennis court. I mean, the day you shared the story, it was something. And Twins Don't Beg, their first sexual experience was in a hen coop. Was in a kuku.
No.
So people have experiences in their first sexual encounter.
I always have the idea that Obia or yet like me age, you know, I don't want because well back then that was what my head was. Because if anything happens, we know we're the same age. Say high school, we both in a high school.
Okay.
That's it. Then I'm going to be a burden to my parents.
Okay.
And also to parents. Okay. So I never wanted to be like your Nipa na breaking me virginity. He was a little older. Oh yeah, Juma live his own place and all that.
When you breaking virginity in your own place, for telling us that the more person will be breaking virginity. More just environment. Aquanu on our campus. Level 100. When you now finish mobile school, and I do chairman no di. Sorry, who do chairman no di? Wash. When you now more bread and your dachi. So she broke her virginity and was afraid the father would see the signs. So she kept herself 3 days away from the father. Fast forward. I want to ask, did you use condom because you were taught condom? Your first sex, did you apply the sex education you were told in school?
Yes.
Did it have any effect on you?
I did applied it.
Okay. So you use condom because you were told in school to use condom?
Yes.
So you were sure you're not pregnant?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I made sure that.
And the experience of sex, your first time of sex, and what you were told, was it the same or it was not? I'm not asking whether Bema no are born because we are born because we are down so the see and evangelist and soon sour yes. I just want to know how the experience was. Ike Doko. Ike Doko. Like your expectation. It's not about the performance of the man. But you've been told about sex. You said say that here you were told say bleedy and and all those things. How was the experience like?
The part. That was right. But the rest of it, there's a lot of stories. And I had friends who was a little older than me, who had an experience talking about it, but it's not the same. It's never the same.
Okay.
When they talk about it. Some of them were true, some of them weren't.
So most of the things they told you, didn't experience it?
No, not really. No.
Okay, so we are now in Atlanta. I've seen the nice, this thing. Yeah, I'm on 85 South Atlanta. So I'm now on Atlanta going. Thank you very much. Okay, so that was your experience, and then looking straight to having, getting pregnant. So you were out of pregnancy.
Yes, I was.
Because at the end of the day, you're done, and your father never saw it for so many years. When we say, "Where do you?" Because
he never told me anything or asked me about it. So.
Oh, okay.
And we never talked about it.
Man,
so to know anymore, I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay. But so this is an advice for the rest of us. You are a mother. If you have a daughter at that age of yours, like you're speaking now, your son is old. I mean, do you think the day your son will have sex, you will know?
I don't know. I don't know if I would know.
Okay.
But I'm sure because for me, I would say, I started to have sex.
Yeah.
My dressing.
Okay.
My walking, the things I do.
Oh, so the sex change your look?
Yes.
Oh, then thanks to the man. So it means sex open your eyes.
Yes, you
it's
dress
true.
Different. You act different.
So it's true that you open your eyes.
Baby, like when you have it, you don't worry about a thing. But and then you worry about things. When I know Kasa, then you have this feeling of what will happen at the end of it. So it's like just you change a bit. So I don't know if he changes, I might not see it, Because talking about my child, he's just quiet. He keeps himself in his room. I just offered him who appeared. And he's not the type I have to worry about. My oldest, he's not the type I have to worry about. If there's somebody I have to worry about, I have to worry about my second one. But my first one, quiet as mother wants. Respectful, quiet. That's it.
Were you a quiet daughter to your father?
Yes.
Okay. So your son has taken you.
Yes.
So the day he will break his virginity, you won't see, but you hide for 3 days.
No.
So I mean,
well, if he hides from me, then I know I have that experience. Like, why are you hiding from me?
Why did your father ask you?
But that's what the problem was. If he would have asked me, I would have told him. But he didn't ask, so I'm gonna ask my child, why you laughing? Because I know why hiding means. Don't hide from me.
Oh, okay. So you expect your child to tell you I'm going to have sex?
No, I don't know.
Will you be disappointed if your son comes to tell you I just finished having sex with mommy?
No. He's 19.
Oh, okay. But you broke your virginity at 21.
Yeah, but
he broke his virginity. In case your child breaks the virginity with the same thing, because you just told us that.
But he's a guy.
You just told us that you didn't want an irresponsible person.
Yes.
So if your child is not responsible fully and goes to have sex with another child, you will call 19 plus 19. Would you be happy about it? Because he's 19,
no.
You want him to go and have sex with a grown-up woman who is responsible?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell him.
Okay.
I'm not ready to be a grandmother.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't have sex.
Okay.
I'll be a hypocrite.
Okay.
But you need to be careful.
Have you given your son condoms?
No.
Why?
He knows where to buy them.
But won't you introduce the first condom to your son?
If I give it to him, that means I'm giving you permission to go have sex.
Did your father give you permission to have sex?
No.
So you want to tell us that what the school gave you is God gave you permission to have sex at 21?
No. Sir, if the school gave me and that time I was 15, 14, 15.
Yes.
I would have had sex by then.
But it improved your knowledge on safe sex.
Yes.
So why won't you introduce condom to your son now so he will have safe sex?
I'm sure he has health class too.
But have you seen condom in his bag?
No, I haven't.
Have you spoken to
him
about
condom? He
condom?
wouldn't even bring it home.
So will you please find time and discuss condom with your son?
But I think, right?
Yes.
It's a boy. Daddy should sit him down and tell him, Charlie, listen, what do Aja, Mimi Drew, has been doing this and this and that. And you need to be careful. I think for a boy, the father's supposed to have that child.
I don't agree.
You know? Because I always tell my husband,
who runs the
Charlie,
home?
You need to talk to your children about sex.
Home? That's the
I do.
Should stop. So who runs the home?
What do you mean who runs the home?
The home you have, who runs it?
I do.
So why would you talk to you? You see, one of the things you don't know is that every child has some connection with the mother.
I will feel comfortable talking to my little girl about sex, even her age, than Marco Dina, my 19-year-old, and said, let's talk about sex.
No, so that is where the problem is, because the best person that can talk to your son about sex is you and not the father.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes.
You think so?
Because at the end of the day, whatever men did to you gives you that sort of clearance to be able to talk to your son.
We talk. What we talk about is, please, when you do decide you want to have a girlfriend, treat her with all the respect that you give me as a mother. Because when you disrespect her, you disrespect me. So that you have emotional attached to me, I mean, know that I'm a girl.
Yes.
Sometimes we will get off our emotional thing, but don't sit there and say, "Oh, you're the obey. Oh, do what you want." But sometimes what you say will, help the person cope along with it. But so, I want you to be good enough so be treating her good. Buy her the things you think she wants, and take care of her. And my wife will say, "Oh yeah, Jumantino. Will you take care of you? I'll take care of me." That's not going to help. That's what the family is. You're the man, you take care of your wife, you take care of your children. No matter how much money your wife have, yours is hers. So I talk to him about those things, but I don't talk to him about
So I carry you from today, be bold enough to talk to your son about sex. And buy the first condom. And I'll come and tell you, our president just donated the first birthday present, condom, 3 packs. 3 rounds to your son and tell him, anytime you get to 21 and you want to have sex, remember mommy's condom. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Now, so fast forward with all these issues, pregnancy came into your life. Now, your first experience, the day you realized that you were pregnant, how was the reaction like?
You know, I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I was in college.
Okay, so let's read some messages if you have some. I mean, today I'm trying best to read messages. Share the page and invite a friend. We are talking about pregnancy and its complications and delivery. Matters arising in pregnancy. Okay, so let's hear something.
Salasi was answering Tiger for Suhini. I said, if you travel small, your mindset will change.
Okay.
Okay. Teresa said, hey, counselor, you are the one driving.
Yes.
Who you don't have a driving license here. You will get ticket too.
You don't know. I have. Sorry for you. You have just been disappointed. I have. Okay, let's go ahead. I have a license. That's my time.
Melissa had to answer her.
Yes.
How do you know he doesn't have one?
Don't drive my people, please. Don't step on their toes, please. Apologize to them before they rather take you away from this country. Yeah.
And then Teresa said, "I'm asking you, curious."
You are curious, Teresa. Thank you for the care. But I'm with my president, and I'm driving a very able car from Selassie.
Nanama J. Yeah.
Hey, my girl.
Melissa, was it Melissa? Nana Bedin. Ask her again. And Melissa said he knows the rules and regulations.
That's right.
Over here. So
that's right.
I think so.
All right.
That's all.
I won't declare my citizenship for all of you. Shut up and be money. You won't spend too much. So let's go. Okay. So your experience in first time you realize you are pregnant, and you can also share your experience with us wherever you are. Your first experience to pregnancy, whether it was out of wedlock, whether it was within wedlock. Your first experience. How was the feeling? Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you regretful? How was it? Were you expecting to be pregnant after that sexual intercourse?
Well, me, I got to a certain point, then I knew, said, my father meant it when he said, you won't let me get married.
Oh, why?
Because then he says, well, until you graduate and bring me your college degree, I would not allow anybody to come here. So may
oh, okay, so he was changing his mind small.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I decided, breaking my virginity was like 4 years later.
Okay.
And I think, well, that time I thought my biological clock was ticking.
At 25?
At 25.
Wow.
So why would I think that? Why do I want to wait? So actually, for me, and God forgive me, I hope my daughter don't do it to me.
Oh, wait. I mean, you're learning too fast. What is that? Now, the lesson that I want us to learn is that after breaking your virginity for 4 years, you ask yourself, your biological clock was ticking at 25, and you want to have a child.
Oh, yes.
But you are saying that God forgive you if your daughter makes the mistake.
I will kill her.
I will let your daughter have this video.
No, she's not allowed to see my videos.
You mean if your daughter makes a mistake to say my biological clock is ticking at 25,
and I'm going to have a baby
kill her?
without married, I'm a killer.
Oh my God. Sorry.
So I actually planned to get pregnant.
So you planned to get pregnant because you thought at 25 you are too old.
And mind you, number one now for
you have friends?
7 Black Americans, Indians, white, who all mixed, and most of them was having kids.
Wow.
And one of my friends that we were very close to, she had hers, and I thought, why not? I'm not as young as I used to be anymore. So literally, I planned it. The person I had the baby with didn't know I planned
That was the next question I would ask you. You planned to be pregnant?
Yes.
The man who was fucking you, did you tell the man I have planned that my biological clock is going?
When we had a discussion, he said no. Because the way I hope I don't want an issue.
He wants you to graduate, get all the things
so
before.
I went, okay. Then he read us over while answer. Because we all go to the same church.
Okay.
which I said, okay, you think about what you want to think, and I'll do what I want to do.
Oh my God. Men, we are always in trouble, eh? And we also like to fuck the thing. So when the vagina is sweet, especially getting an innocent girl like that, and you are fucking, yeah, check, Debbie, and yes, hey, trouble.
I can't believe you hear me talking.
Sorry, my president was not ready to talk, but she's talking. So fast forward, it's okay. Most people details too much. So you got pregnant, and it was a plan because of the biological clock.
Yes.
But because it was something you were desiring.
Yes.
How was the feeling like?
I went my school, between train. I called this semester, then I stayed home for 1 year, then those kind of things. So I was on campus, actually, and I wasn't feeling well. And that time, me and my roommates, it was like 4 of us, but everybody have their own room.
Okay.
But we use the same hall. We were near exercise. Them machine for your tummy exercise.
Okay.
And between me move then I felt the pain.
Okay.
It'll be here. So the next time madam for no let me call clinical because I can't romance or when you have sex now you're going to get pregnant.
But you stopped using condoms.
Asa.
The school issue ended.
Yes.
You see, I don't
because
want to
I wanted to have a child.
Did you have any knowledge about safe period and our brain? I want to come there
No,
before.
you see, when you talk about what do you call
Ovulation?
it? Ovulation.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the hell ovulation is.
When did you learn it?
Wow.
Was it when it came closer to me?
Yes.
At your old age?
I didn't know nothing about
Thanks to
ovulation.
Counselor Ludra.
But I do know when I will get pregnant. Like, well, I didn't even care.
You didn't know when to get pregnant.
And when not to get pregnant.
But once your biological clock was ticking,
I didn't care.
and the man you're going out with didn't have any knowledge about it too.
No.
Even though he was old.
Yes,
Okay.
older. And so I never imagine my period about 10 days if you were comedian. I keep saying, Obina kind was it saying it is easier than doing.
Okay. That's true.
I will say it, but I wasn't going to run to it.
Okay.
Beginning, I was shocked. This is
so when they took you to the hospital
and I'm gonna take you pregnancy test now. So why are you taking a pregnancy test? I'm not pregnant. Doctor and say, hey, so they have
it's a routine. Yeah, we have to do that.
And say, you do know you have choices, right?
Yes.
So what do you mean choices? No, see, well, I don't know if to say congratulations or I'm sorry, but you are pregnant. So
this is how your pregnancy was announced to you?
Yes.
Whether congratulations or I'm sorry.
And
that two statements, did it hit you hard?
It hit me hard.
But I thought you were biological clock was ticking.
No, it hit me hard. Then I start thinking, oh my God, what will my father say?
Good.
Do I want to keep this?
Okay.
Even though I wanted it.
Okay.
This is like real.
Wow.
This shit that's just got real. What am I going to do with it? I kept it to myself for 4 months.
No, hold on. 862-215-2007. Your ginger honey chips. 862-215-2007. Still on the road show with my president, Ofran, and we're traveling from North Carolina to Atlanta, Georgia. And it's a road discussion on pregnancy, delivery, and matters arising around it. And she shared with us a personal experience. We might not finish the discussion today, but I know one of these days we'll finish the discussion. We are at a crossroads where the doctor makes a statement. Do you know you have choices? Have you ever been in that particular posture before? Young lady, have you gotten the opportunity where they ask you, do you know you have choices? I don't know if you think you have choices, but if there's any choice you need to make right now as you're watching me, make the choice for ginger honey chips. 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. But the choice was that I don't know whether to say congratulations or sorry for your loss. But she went straight into the mind. what would my father say? Did you also think about what would the man say?
No.
You didn't care about the man?
No.
Why?
I was thinking about my father. First of all, he would be so disappointed. Second, I never wanted to hurt my father, no matter what our disagreement was.
Wow.
So even though I was saying, man, just to get on his nerves, but
Oh, so you been telling your father, oh yeah, man, wash your now. You know how a girl like that? Daddy, I will surprise you with a child. Man, what am I feeling? Oh, and what they feeling? I mean, girl, no privacy and one presser. Of course, no go twins.
I didn't want to disappoint him. Until when the things got real, then the first thing I said was, oh my God.
But you said 4 months you kept it.
I kept it.
So from the
myself.
hospital with your friend, can I have that story? Your friend takes you to the clinic, and the test was done, you are pregnant,
and I'm so okay.
And then they told you are pregnant.
Then the doctor said, go sit and think about it.
What to do? So the option was given to you?
And you know what to do. To me, I'm my roommate and said, so what are you going to do? And I'm so, I'll keep it.
Wow.
And then from that day one, and I said, no, I'll keep it because
wow.
I remember one thing my grandmother always says.
Okay.
If you have you shot.
Okay.
So okay. My mother repeated.
Okay.
Okay. Into whoever gets pregnant, you know, or the fabra mentuma na ateten when the better children is
okay.
So if you're who you so I didn't hear the name.
Okay.
So I kept it to myself.
Okay.
For 3 months, for 3 months, and I'm a catcher. They and they said, we having a baby.
Straight.
You
told the man we're having a baby.
Having a baby.
Okay.
And the Chroma, there's always one question. Is it mine? Yes.
So that question came.
Yeah, it came. I think he was joking, but I was like, shut up. Of course it is. And yesterday you flew.
Well, it was the only one you were sleeping with.
Yes.
So you know. Okay.
And then I went home. But
what was his reaction?
Oh,
well, he was always afraid of your father. He said he told you that he didn't want to have troubles with your father, so let him marry you.
And now also no.
He was fucking without condom, even though he was afraid of your father.
Sorry. Any I didn't know.
Man, we are something.
There's no way so I catch him say until okay no so what do you want to do? And I'm saying I'm keeping it. No, it's okay. Then we keeping it.
Okay.
So that day I went home. A month later, I went to my father. Me pay the first day I catch why you catch papa?
Oh.
And then so when you beginning you will never see it because according to the doctors and almost me see by the child goes lie there until say
so they don't see you are pregnant.
Yes.
Okay.
And also why I can say I'm saying seven kwana meti then my stepmother and was answer Ben Adema papa sa. Also why I can say said the data why I can say I'm saying me did home Edda. But I know she knew.
Your stepmother knows.
Yes.
So women knows when women are pregnant.
But then I won't say it. To me can say on you.
Okay.
Because all has on you now is your word against mine.
Okay.
Like no man, nobody knew no behind him because and they covered everything.
Okay.
But then
so let me ask this before
I had
you continue.
to
Were you having those nausea, first trimester, first 3 months, vomiting? Did you experience any of those things?
Yes, I did.
So how are you managing your vomiting, your nausea, your taste, your detachment?
And vomited.
Wow.
None. And first, there was no parent there, so I pamper me.
Okay.
And now, I'm new naughty baby, Miss Me was school moon,
Okay.
Pampering, I didn't be imagine free.
So the 4 months on campus, the pregnancy didn't disturb your education on campus. The doctor didn't worry you that you are pregnant, leave the campus.
No.
Did the school get to know you are pregnant?
No. Why would I tell? It's none of your business.
But if you tell them what will happen?
What will happen? Nothing will happen.
You still go to school?
Yes.
But that's serious because in Ghana, You can't be pregnant and go to school. It won't happen.
I don't know your rules and regulations in Ghana.
Okay.
So I can't tell because I remember saying what high school. Madam Fubia no pending no high school. No on the last day obewo near Bemakwan or Trahoma Yama Quine ye bibia ye party near DVA. Now there no coffee no call. Even high school going to mean Pamoa. Now college and as a university, I mean, you bottom is why would you say, oh, Pamela? I don't know. Be any rules and regulations. So
Okay.
I won't be able to tell you that.
So it was okay on campus. You didn't get a mockery of your colleagues. You know,
No.
there are times that
Nobody
friends,
knew. See,
you have to pay. Your friend didn't go and tell people that
No.
your friend is pregnant.
no.
So
See,
she kept it.
At school, number of few friends.
Okay.
Eh? See, when I say friends, like people who I go out with, I hang with, I know a lot of people, but when it came to it, I think my privacy, I have a right of my privacy.
Okay.
So telling people in the school seminar that was out of the content.
Okay.
Man can't show be about Ghana ni bia nam no school prano ono prano man can't tell until say semester na ending ya be coffee.
Okay.
Man no friend beside that chale ma wo. Rosi jude na wa na like it's there.
Okay, so let me ask this one. So, I mean, this is for those of us who are on campus, our children who are on campus. There are some of us that we believe that because our children are on campus, it's difficult for them to have sex. Is that right? Was it easy having sex whilst we were students on campus?
I have my privacy. I have my own room.
Oh, so you're having sex in your school?
So
It's not like you are going out of the school or something?
well, mostly now I go out of school.
Okay.
But and I remember
I'm saying this because my daughter is alone there in Cuba, and it's strange, you know. It's strange.
she's a good girl. She wouldn't do that.
And so you were a bad girl. Thank you.
I wasn't
Thank
a
you for
bad
the
girl.
encouragement. You
But-
were a very good girl, but you were able to
But-
fuck yourself out. So stop encouraging me. I mean, I hate that encouragement. Then I also can. These campus girls, you didn't know what campus means.
Yeah, to me, campus, baby.
And
Like
to
I
be-
said, and if
to-
I'm dating, no.
No, what
Not
dime?
all dime.
And to be back, Jimmy, be what dime?
Or 2 bedrooms, or to me feeding her 3 meals a day and the snacks. So
Repeating my own content for me.
Yes.
Yeah, Obi Bedi Bibe yo. Exactly. So the experience in pregnancy, you wanted to be pregnant.
yes,
Now you are pregnant.
yes.
The experiences that you had, you brought it up like that. One, you were not married. You disappointed your father.
Yes.
So